Have you ever read a book that made you laugh, cry, and reflect all at the same time? I recently read A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman and also watched the movie adaptation A Man Called Otto. And let me tell you, both touched my heart in very different ways. Today I will share what stood out for me in both the book and the movie and help you decide whether to read, watch, or do both. Before we dive into our thoughts, let me give you a quick spoiler-free outline of the story. Ove is a grumpy yet deeply lonely man struggling to cope with the loss of his beloved wife. Life feels empty and difficult for him until unexpected neighbors and even slowly open a window to laughter, friendship, and hope. The story beautifully mixes humor and heartbreak, showing how even the most stubborn hearts can find connection. This book is especially apt for someone who is going through a grieving phase. It doesn't shy away from the hard, painful feelings of loss, but it also gently shows that life can continue. That connection, small joys, and love in different forms can help you find your way forward even after losing someone dear. It's a story that acknowledges grief but also offers hope for moving on in a meaningful way. Book review. Let's start with the book. I have to say, A Man Called Ove really stood out in conveying loneliness and painful emotions. Reading about Ove's grief after his wife's absence was heart-wrenching. There were moments where I cried because the pain felt so real. At the same time, the book has brilliant humor. Ove's interaction with his neighbors, his strict routines, and small stubborn antics made me laugh out loud. The contrast of humor and pain is what the book so unforgettable. One part I particularly loved was Ove's shop scene when he wants to buy an iPad. The humor and subtle frustration in that scene were way more entertaining in the book than in the movie. A small challenge was imagining certain parts like Ove's past and future life back and forth. The writing is beautiful, but sometimes the timeline shifts requires extra attention. Movie review. Now the movie A Man Called Otto really did justice to the book while adding its own cinematic charm. The movie leans slightly more towards the funny and entertaining side, making some moments less painful than the book, but still emotionally moving. I could feel Otto's emotions on screen, and some scenes hit even harder than in the book because of the back and forth visuals of his past and present life. That was handled beautifully. Of course, there were some changes made in the movie compared to the book, which is expected for any adaptation, but these were minor changes and did not significantly deviate from the story. The heart of Ove's journey remained intact. Overall, the movie is slightly more lenient on the painful moments and emphasizes humor, which makes it more entertaining for family viewing. I watched it with my whole family and even the kids loved it. The direction and Tom Hanks' acting are all so good. Book versus movie comparison. So how do the book and the movie compare? Emotionally, the book captures Ove's loneliness and grief more deeply while the movie softens the pain a bit but emphasizes humor and entertainment. Humor. Both are funny, but the book's sharp scene and subtle moments of frustration were funnier for me than the corresponding scenes in the movie. The movie's humor is more visual and accessible. Storytelling. The movie's visual storytelling showing Otto's past and present life makes it easier to follow than the book in some parts. Adaptation changes. Minor changes were made in the movie, which is normal, but they don't take away from the story. Experience. Reading the book allows you to connect with Ove's internal world, while watching the movie is a shared, light-hearted experience perfect for family viewing. My recommendation, if you ask me, here's what I suggest. Read the book first to truly feel Ove's emotional journey. Then watch the movie to enjoy a more entertaining, family-friendly experience and see the story come to life visually. This way you get the best of both worlds. Deep emotional connection from the book and light-hearted, engaging storytelling from the movie. So what about you? Have you read A Man Called Ove or watched A Man Called Otto? Which version touched you more? The book or the movie? Comment below. I had loved to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this review and comparison, don't forget to like and subscribe for more book and movie discussions like this. I'll see you in another video. Bye.